Don't need these. I am on my way to the airport right now to fly out to Massachusetts to drive Arrowhead Hanover and help with racing Memento Mori this afternoon in the Bunker Hill. Today was a big day. We didn't really have a whole lot on the go. I watched Freedom Hill train, Aunt Lily train, galloped Rose Run Alexandra. I watched all that take place. But my day was focused on the 2-year-olds. Again, today is a big day because it's the day after they train, right? And I wanted to make sure that I got a look at everybody. I had a list of horses I want to see. Is this horse functioning well? Did the horse eat well? We had a couple of horses that were a little picky this morning. Rose Run Bobby was, but after, it's a little traumatic for them too. When you have a horse like Rose Run Bobby, you can tell she goes on tilt really easy, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's part of being a baby also, and it's up to us to help her get past that and let her understand that this is your job, right? And it's ever changing this time of year. So some horses, it's a transition that is seamless, and other horses, it's not. So I wanted to get a look at how everybody was. Rose Run Bobby picked away at her breakfast a little bit, no temperature, and was fine on the racetrack. Amy said she was acting fine on the track, so there was no issue in that regard. In New York, I told you guys he was shod the day before. A little pinchy up front today, but you could tell his feet were warm. So I think Enos might have got just a little bit liberal with his front feet. I should have. It's my fault. I should have told him to leave him alone until I was done training the horse. Now, a little side note to that: the fairs in Kentucky start next week, and I entered him in the fairs, and he's gone fast enough to race in any fairs. I was going to contact Verlin Yoder. I haven't talked to Verlin yet. I was going to contact him, see if he wanted to race him in a couple of fairs and see what he thought. Great horseman, really sharp technical horseman also. So I'm just curious if that would be something he would want to do. I suspect it is. He usually goes to the fairs, so we'll see. Tyler Sheehan's another guy that we had done some business with in the past. Bought a horse off him, that Megan filly, and he had raced her for us. So really good horseman. Also has his own farm down that way. So we have options, and I think it is time he can go down there and finish off the rest of his training. You don't have to be qualified to race in those fairs, I don't believe. I can't imagine you have to be. It's the end of May. But not a giant colt, so I think the transition will be easy. Will he just go out and seamlessly trot? No. He's going to need a sharp set of hands, a horseman's set of hands, and I think that both Verlin or Tyler would be fine for the job. So that's something I'm going to pursue over the course of today. I just thought about it. Eric and I were talking about what Kentucky might look like this year, and a light bulb went off in my head. I said, that horse is eligible to fairs. So just come in. I had asked Eric just to pull both his front shoes and poultice his feet up. I'll have Enos put them back on tomorrow, and we'll chalk that up to I should have known better. So I wanted to look at him. Perfect Thought. I told one of my partners this morning, coming out of the bath rack, she took a little stutter step on her left front. Whereas that Murphy blind on the outside will bite that left line, but has done it forever. Remember, I've told you guys, lameness does not stay the same. So I don't think there's anything sinister in that left front. I would be surprised if we didn't find a little corn or a bruise on that left front foot. We'd taken the shoe off, pulled the surf foot up yesterday. She walked fine on it today. And I had asked Nick, he was going to come over and look at Hanger 1, whose foot was bothering him a little bit this morning. I already know, you can tell. He trained a little bit yesterday. That foot was probably shifting a little bit, and there might be a little something still walled off in there. He's going to have to quietly open that back up a little bit. This is a nasty one, and it's been a problem the last 3 weeks, and he has not been a problematic horse foot-wise. So when Nick was over looking at that foot, could you maybe have just a quick look at Perfect Thought and see what you think? I don't think there's anything there, but again, with her talent level and her being what she is to our barn, we have to uncover every stone. And as I said, Ron had made a good point today and said, hey, can we x-ray her ultrasound? I said, yeah, here's the thing. You're not going to find any shadows with any certainty on a foot like that. Remember what I told you. She wore that Murphy blind on the outside, will bite the left line. So this is something that's been there, maybe been present for a while. Maybe there's a bruise in there that's trying to work its way through. I don't think you're just going to go out and x-ray and say, oh, there it is. There's no lameness to indicate that you'd be able to find anything in there. And I don't think we're to the point where we have to worry at all. I'm just bringing it to everybody's attention. Same as I brought it to my wife and said, hey, hold her foot up, tug her foot, we'll have her looked up, put her shoe back on, and continue as is. That's the plan for Perfect Thought. So no concerns in that regard. I wanted to look at all the pacers from yesterday. They all look good jogging on the track from what I could see. The trotters went good. I had no concerns. Love Sensation also looked good. So I just wanted to keep an eye on the horses. I wanted to see if there was any issues yesterday. What do they look like today? Because today is the day you're going to see them, right? Today is the day. So I didn't see, nor was I informed of any sort of lameness or soreness from any horses today. So a big step forward. Today would have been the day you'd say, little Pinchy going out on the track, little Peggy going out on the track. Maybe those knees are bothering them. Maybe something's going on. A little over on the shaft today. None of that took place this morning. So good news in that regard. Started my day off well. What else do we got? A number of horses into race now. Friday, Saturday is going to be a little tricky for me. I booked off of the first part of the card on Saturday at the Meadows. Ollie has a baseball tournament. It's not just that I want to go. I do. But it is also that I have to get there. Amy's going to be in Ontario. She has some stuff going on in Ontario this weekend with some friends, so I'm up. I'm the guy. I got to make sure that Ava gets to dance recital and back twice. I have to make sure that Ollie gets to his ball game. I'm sure we can work something out for the latter game on Friday. There's a couple of young men, the boys that live in our area. I've got to know the dads. They're pretty cool guys, so I'm sure Ollie can hang out with one of those kids after the first game into the second game, and then I'll be back for the end of the second game on Sunday. Obviously, I'll be looking forward to going to all the games. Now, Friday's a little trickier also. I can drop him off. Or no, his game Friday is canceled, so he just has Saturday. So the kids and I are going to be loose in Columbus. Gonna race our boy Looks Like Money on Friday evening, and then Saturday, first game I'm watching with Ollie. Second game, he's on his own with one of the young men, his friends on the team. I'll be back Saturday afternoon and Sunday again all day Ollie. So that is what my weekend is going to look like, but it all starts right now. I'm going to Cleveland Hopkins Airport to fly to Massachusetts, race our two horses, race one horse out there, and then fly back this evening. I'm going to watch intently Captain Incredible. Dave Pallone is going to drive him today. We have a couple of horses, I think 2 or 3 horses in today. I was deeply frustrated with the draw north of the border for all of our horses this week. Now, not only did Save America draw the outside, he's going to need to start with that AST. So for all my partners on Save America, he's going to race from last on Sunday evening. It didn't take us long to figure out what had taken place with respect to... do I got to get off here? 0.1 miles. Yes, I do. Gosh, you're so dumb. With respect to Save America, he tied up last week training. That's why I didn't see any indicators in the post parade last week, because that AST would have been down enough where he could race, but not race competitively, and that's exactly what you saw. So I have to race him a little easy. He drew the outside. Now the horse that won the Open last week, Draws a Rail. It seems like some weeks are handicaps and some weeks are not. I would have thought that horse would have drawn the outside this week, but nevertheless, I don't really love handicaps anyway, so if they're going to go with open draws, that's fine with me. We openly drew the 7th hole this week. More frustrated north of the border. JK Victory, the final of that pop-up series. He was going to be an outside player anyway. 9 hole. Chicago Hall, outside player in the SBOA, going for $130,000. 10 hole. Time is on my side. Final of the Juravinsky. 8 hole. So a pretty frustrating next 96 hours for us in regards to draws in Canada. But that's just the way the cookie crumbles, I guess. There's not much we can do about that. So with that, I'm now at the airport. I'm going to catch my plane, make my way to Massachusetts. Chance of rain there. There is a 100% chance of rain right now. It's pouring here in Cleveland. Wait, no, I'm in the wrong lane. I am in the arrivals lane, and I'm supposed to be in this lane. I am. Anyway, I hope you guys are having a good start to your day. It's been a troubling, as I said, troubling turn of events in regards to the draws in Canada, but as we all know, we're just going to have to play the cards we're dealt and move forward. Good luck to all my partners on Memento Mori and Arrowhead Hanover today. A happy surprise. Arrowhead Hanover has picked to win the Bunker Hill. We'll see how that plays out this afternoon in Plainridge Raceway. So I will talk to you all very soon. Have a great start and rest of your day. If you want to know specifically about how your horse was today jogging, as I said, there were no issues, none at all. Very happy with what I saw. The only issue is that minor little stutter step we saw yesterday from Perfect Thought, but it was nowhere to be found today. So all is well throughout the barn. Take care. We'll talk to you soon. Have a great Thursday, wherever you might be.